All the perfect masters say, don't worry. How can one stop worrying so much?
All the perfect masters say, don't worry. Even others say, don't worry, besides perfect masters. How can one stop worrying so much? If you stop expecting things, you'll stop worrying. Worry is always something that we are projecting in our mind in the future. We are saying, this happened, worse can happen, worried about it. There's a very big difference between worrying and between concerned with something. When you are concerned how to handle a situation, which could be worrisome, but you have to handle it with your strength, handle it, cope with it as best as you can, but not worry. When people worry, they're not worrying about the problem in hand, they're worrying about some possible things that may happen. Once I held a seminar many years ago, maybe 50 years ago, asking people, what do they worry about? Write down your future worries, what you're worried about. And they wrote down on a piece of paper 10 things they are most worried about. Mostly worrying about money, worrying about old age, worrying about death, worrying about children, worrying about what will happen to so and so. All these lists were there. And then I said, next year, leave that copies with me and I'll read them out next year. Next year, read them, none of those worries came true. What they were worried about this may happen, never happened. So supposing out of 100 worries, one does turn up that what you're worried about, you have been worrying 99 times for nothing. You're over-worrying. You're worrying for something that will never happen. Most of the time, when we worry about something, it never happens. You can check back into your own life. How you worried about this could happen, that will never happen. And what happened, you are not worried about. Because you didn't know it was going to happen. So that is why worry doesn't solve any problem. I once went to a church in Rochester, John's, I think some named after St. John. And then I was entering the church, there was a sign outside. Worry, it said, worry is a prayer for failure. You want to fail? Worry. It's a religious message in a church. Worry does not solve any problem. Worry only creates more problems. So if we become conscious of this, we should be concerned about how to tackle what is in front of us. There was a white-bearded man named, he looked so much like Master. And he was a teacher also. I heard him speak. I was very impressed for two things. One, I liked his beard, white beard. And second, what he taught us about not worrying. He said, we worry about problem. It should not be like that. So he said, when a problem comes into your life, first greet it, welcome problem, then meet it, and then beat it. 3-point formula. Problem should be dealt like this: greet it, meet it, and beat it. And he explained that if you don't solve the problem by your strength and best way of coping with it, it will remain a worry forever. If you deal with it, it's over. Sometimes you may get the results you expect, sometimes you won't. But the results you get will be the results anyway. Therefore, worry has no place. Be strong. Similarly, about fear. We are afraid of things which will never happen. Most of the things we are afraid of, this might happen, don't happen. So there's no sense of fearing so much. But fear and doubt will come to us so long as we identify ourselves with our mind. When we realize we are not the mind and can observe the mind working and separate ourselves, which is part of meditation technique, to separate ourselves from the mind, When you separate yourself from the mind, fear disappears forever. You become fearless. Doubt disappears forever. That is why when you go to see Perfect Living Master, like I would see Baba Sawan Singh, he was fearless all the time. Fearless, certain. In the talks that Perfect Living Master gives, there are no such words as maybe, perhaps. Those are the words in the professor's language when they teach. In intellectual language, there is always a maybe or a perhaps. Not in the language of the Perfect Living Master, because what they are saying for what they are immediately experiencing at that time. As I said in the morning session, when you reach that state of totality, you are automatically knowing everything of every level. Therefore, it's a beautiful experience. You're not living at one reality at a time. You're living in all realities and all illusions. They're all the same. That's what you find out. The realities have been created like that to be real. So when you have that state, fearlessness comes natural. No worry takes place. So that is why just become strong to deal with the problems in hand and don't spend too much time speculating on what might happen, nor do I spend too much time in what has already happened. Imagine most of us are spending so much time in looking back what happened. Oh, I could have done that better. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's a very silly way of living. To be living in the past. Do you know what you will remember the most? Very few good things. You remember mostly negative things of the past. You did something wrong. Okay, you did it. And you felt it was wrong. Do you have to feel that it was wrong all your life? Isn't it enough to feel wrong, say sorry, forgive yourself, forgive others, and move on? No, we carry that guilt throughout. And guilt is a very big detriment, very big obstacle to good meditation. Because when we want to meditate right here in the present, the old thoughts come. Guilt is a very heavy thought that we carry all the time. So there should be no place for guilt. Guilt can only go away by an affirmation of forgiveness. Oh, I did wrong to my mother, and she now died. I can't even ask for forgiveness. Yes, you can. Forgive her in absentia. She may be dead for you, but she may be able to hear your forgiveness. And so many times we condemn ourselves because we did not forgive, we didn't do the right thing, and we carry this stuff all our life. No, forgive yourself also. Forgiveness is a wonderful remedy for so much of our life's illness. Forgive yourself, forgive all others. All others, forgive them. And forgive yourself. See how light you feel and how good meditation becomes with that.